Well, he's one of the biggest stars of film and TV. I'm talking about British actor Idris Elba. You might know him from his big break on the award-winning HBO series The Wire, or as a brilliant murder detective on the hit BBC One drama Luther. But now he's planning to invest in the booming film industry in Africa, including in his mother's homeland, Ghana. And he's urging African leaders to recognize the industry's potential and invest in its growth, as he told our correspondent Thomas Naadi on a visit to the country.
Africa's cinema industry holds vast untapped potential. Recently, the Ghana Film Authority hosted the second edition of the Africa Cinema Summit, where industry leaders and experts like acclaimed British actor Idris Elba came together to explore strategies for cultivating a thriving cinematic ecosystem on the continent. Despite a population of over 1.3 billion, Africa is home to fewer than 1,700 cinema screens, making it the most underserved market globally. Idris Elba emphasized the importance of Africans telling their own stories to reflect a positive image of the continent.
Our culture has oftentimes been told back to Africans from outsiders. All you're going to see is trauma, how we were slaves, how, we were colonized, how it's just war. And when you come to Africa and you're raised here, you know that's not true. So it's really important that we own those stories of our traditions, of our country, of our languages, of the differences between one tribe and another. The world doesn't know that. They don't understand it. And it isn't until we can sort of own that. This sector is a soft power, not across just Ghana, but across Africa. It's a soft power. We have to invest in our storytelling, because when you see me, you see a little version of yourself, and that encourages us. It's cyclical.
Now, the Ghanaian film industry has gone through a rough patch in recent years. You announced plans to establish a film studio last year. How far have you gone with that project?
The business of building a film studio is so multi-layered. There's the actual building, procurement of land, building the building, planning, all of that. But on the other side is building the environment under which this building is going to be used. And that's a policy. That's a policy that's legislative. There's all sorts of mechanisms that encourage this and this. So for me, I've been doing two at the same time. One, which is encouraging the National Film Authority with their efforts to bolster a policy that encourages filmmaking, and at the same time finding the right appropriate land and the right appropriate people to help me build.
What's your favorite Ghanaian phrase you've picked up so far?
I'm Ga. I would say I'm a Ga Nyobi, okay? We should say I'm a Ga boy. Okay. If I want to say tenyote, which is to say how are you, how would you say it?
I've lived in Accra for almost 4 years. I can't even say one word in Ghana. Well done. Will you consider settling down here? And which country will you prefer?
Not even consider, it's going to happen. I'm here to bolster the film industry. That is a 10-year process. I won't be able to do that from overseas. I need to be on the continent. I'm looking at a Pan-African way of looking. So I'm going to live in Accra, I'm going to live in Freetown, I'm going to live in Zanzibar. I'm going to try and go where they are telling stories.
What's next for you? Any exciting projects?
What I'm trying to do is to make a film here in my studios in Accra one day.